Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Naja Sherman.
And I'm Dan Schaefer. This latest violence, a reaction to findings of a grand jury who deliberated the facts of the case against the three officers, but did not reach the conclusion that many in the community wanted to hear. Tonight, protests, some peaceful, many not. Almost immediately after today's announcement, angry protesters filled the streets of Louisville. Clashes with police erupting soon after, many turning violent. Earlier in the day, Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron announced only one of the three officers under investigation in the shooting death of Breonna Taylor would be charged. Former officer Brett Hankison is out of jail tonight after posting bail. A grand jury voted to indict him on 3 counts of wanton endangerment in the first degree. None are related to the death of Taylor herself.
My team set out to investigate the circumstances surrounding Ms. Taylor's death. We did it with a singular goal in mind, pursuing the truth.
Taylor, a 26-year-old EMT, was shot and killed by police when they executed a search warrant in March. The officers were investigating a suspected drug operation linked to Taylor's ex-boyfriend. The other 2 officers cleared because Taylor's then-boyfriend shot at them first, hitting one officer in the leg.
Our investigation showed, and the grand jury agreed, that Mattingly and Cosgrove were justified in the return of deadly fire after having been fired upon by Kenneth Walker.
Breonna's boyfriend had said he thought someone was breaking in, which is why he fired at police. Both Kentucky's governor and the attorney general calling for peace.
I would ask that we not engage in any type of violence.
Mob justice is not justice. Justice sought by violence is not justice.
Here in North Alabama, what was to be another demonstration against Albertville's Confederate monument quickly changed its focus to the Breonna Taylor case.
WAY 31's Will Robinson Smith has been covering this Albertville protest all day. He joins us live from outside of the Marshall County Courthouse with how the event unfolded and how those who came out to support the monument say that they will continue protesting. Will.
Yeah, that's right. As you mentioned, the day originally began as a protest against the Confederate monument here at the Marshall County Courthouse in Albertville. And at times, in fact, this stone slab served as a dividing line between those on both sides, pro and against. But just hours before the protest here was set to begin, the ruling came down in the Breonna Taylor case, and protesters I spoke to say their focus quickly changed. After the country learned that only one of the officers involved in the killing of Breonna Taylor would face any charges, protesters in Albertville knew they wanted to be a part of the response.
Honestly, just outraged, upset. I don't understand why all these things are going on in America.
Anna Catherine Taylor was one of a few dozen people calling for change after the ruling. Those in the movement, young and old, marched down the streets of Albertville, saying Wednesday's outcome was another sad chapter in an already painful summer.
Black Lives Matter and Breonna Taylor was killed for no reason, and we want justice.
The march wound its way through the city streets, stopping briefly outside of the Albertville Police Department, where at one point, someone inside the precinct in an orange shirt made an obscene gesture toward protesters. To be clear, it's not known what, if any, relationship this person has to Albertville police. WAY 31 reached out to the police department for comment, but haven't heard back.
No justice, no peace.
Back at the courthouse, the drumbeat of tensions increased as pro-Confederate supporters continued to gather around the monument, both sides exchanging heated words at times. Those holding Confederate flags arguing that the monument shouldn't go anywhere.
If they have a problem with the Confederate monument and the flags, they need to move elsewhere, or if they like, they can put them a monument on the opposite side of the courthouse here, and that would be fine with me.
WAY 31 reached out to the Marshall County Commission chairman on Wednesday. James Hutchison says none of the commissioners have asked to formally discuss the monument during a meeting. As for the case with Breonna Taylor, protesters say they will continue to remember her name and push for police reform.
I wish that the case would continue. I wish that there was justice for Breonna Taylor, but I don't think I'd be surprised if America tried to brush it under the rug and tell us to move on from it. But we're not going to stop.
And with passion still high about the Confederate monument, the discussion on this will certainly continue for the days and months to come. And protesters who came out to support Breonna Taylor say they will continue to push for more to be done in her case as well. Reporting live in Albertville, Will Robinson Smith, WAY 31 News.